Hello everyone, and welcome to another very beautiful chess game of Paul Morphy. And in this game, Paul Morphy has the black pieces, and his opponent is Alexander Beaufort Meek. And this game has been played in 1855 in New Orleans. And Alexander Beaufort Meek starts the game with playing e4, e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, d4, the Scotch game, e takes on d4, bishop to c4, bishop to c5. Paul Morphy is defending on d4. And Alexander Beaufort Meek played knight to g5, attacking on f7. Paul Morphy is defending with the knight. And after this move, Beaufort Meek castled d6, c3. Also Paul Morphy castled c takes on d4, bishop takes on d4, knight to c3, knight to g4, h3 pushing the knight to somewhere else, knight from g to e5. It's white to move, and Beaufort Meek played queen to h5, threatening checkmate, queen to h7. And after this move, Paul Morphy played a killer move, and he played h6, attacking and also defending. And if you look carefully in the chessboard, Paul Morphy is double attacking the knight and the bishop. How to save both of the pieces? Well, there is no way, so Alexander Beaufort Meek sacrificed his knight. Knight takes on f7, knight takes knight, and Paul Morphy is a piece up. And it must be very dangerous to be a piece down against a player like Paul Morphy, because as you know, Paul Morphy never blunders. And Paul Morphy usually, most of the time, plays the most accurate moves possible. So it looks like white spoiled this game very badly. And already Paul Morphy is winning. Beaufort Meek played queen to g6, knight from c to e5. Again, the best move by Paul Morphy, forking the queen and the bishop. Bishop takes knight, rook takes bishop, queen to g3, rook to f6, defending on h6, knight to d5, attacking the rook, but then Paul Morphy played rook to g6, attacking the queen, queen to b3, and now Beaufort Meek is threatening to play some discover attacks to the king with moving the knight. Maybe knight to f4, also attacking the rook and check. So Paul Morphy played the best move, bishop to e6, blocking the knight, pinning the knight. Queen takes on b7. Paul Morphy played bishop takes on h3, pawn is pinned. And in this very desperate position, Beaufort Meek played knight to e7, that's check, forking the king and the rook. A deflection move. Paul Morphy captures the knight with the queen without having any fear. Queen takes rook, that's check. King to h7, and now what? White is in trouble. Paul Morphy is attacking on g2, how to defend? Alexander Beaufort Meek played king to h2, attacking the bishop. You may wonder what would happen if g3. Then black is checkmating. Whatever white does, black has forced checkmate in this position. Rook takes on g3, f-pawn is pinned, king to h1, bishop to g2, king to g1, knight to f3, that's checkmate. And after rook to g3, if king to h2, knight to f3, king takes rook, queen to h4, king takes knight, queen to g4, that's checkmate again. So we have king to h2 in this very desperate, very bad position. It's black to move. And Paul Morphy played rook takes on g2, that's check. King takes bishop. Queen to e6 is check again. King takes rook. And this king is acting like a hero, capturing every piece of Paul Morphy. But of course, Paul Morphy didn't care about his pieces because he saw forced checkmate in 3 moves. That's why he sacrificed both of his pieces. And can you guess the forced checkmate? Can you guess the next 3 moves of Paul Morphy? Paul Morphy played queen to g4, that's check, king to h1, queen to h3, only move, king to g1. And then Paul Morphy played knight to f3, and that's checkmate. What a beautiful checkmate by Paul Morphy. And look at the final position. Paul Morphy lost both of his rooks in order to attack quickly, in order to checkmate his opponent. What an incredible checkmate by Paul Morphy. So I hope you have enjoyed watching this video, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.